This is INCRadio, DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Hello? 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 Hello, everyone, and welcome to Phone a Friend, brought to you by INCRadio Oregon. I am Geraldine Langit, and I will be your host for today. And I would like to do my personal greetings. I would like to greet our resident minister in the local congregation of Vancouver, Brother Jay Cruz and his family, as well as all the brethren watching our show today in the District of Oregon, and all of you who maybe are not from the District of Oregon but also are supporting us. So thank you so much for that. And I would like to also greet my family who are watching at home, and I hope you all are doing well. And so, our topic for today is making family time count. And these are the things that we can expect in our show today. One is speaking with seasoned moms about our topic. Second one is surprise to everyone. We have a new segment, Healthwise by CMDPS officers of the District of Oregon, and our District of Oregon News Bulletin. So we want to remind our viewers to engage with us in the live chat and stay with us. This is very important to stay with us throughout the whole show. All right, so for our show today, of course, I'm not alone. So we have our guests and panelists here with me. So go ahead, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, Maria?
Thank you, Geraldine. Hello, everyone. My name is Maria Dasmarinas. I'm from the local congregation of Portland, and I would like to say hello and greetings to our minister, Brother Warren Maneja, and his family. I also want to extend my greetings to my family, my sons, Zion and Zian, as well as my husband, Alan, and my mom, Tess, and my sister, Karen, and my brother, Christian. And hello to everyone who's watching today. Hopefully, we can give you some insights on our topic.
All right, so we also have here our sister CJ. So go ahead and do your greetings.
Hello, everyone. My name is CJ Mariano. I'm really excited and happy to be here with all of you. I would like to give a greeting to the minister. I'm from the local congregation of Beaverton. Our minister is Brother Armand. Hello. And also wanted to send out my love to all of my family, the love of my life, my husband, Ben Mariano, and our cute little baby, JB, and also my mommy, Bless Kalanji, and all my family, the Kalanji family, and also the Mariano family. I'm going to be talking about how much I love you all today.
Oh, that's really sweet, and I can't wait to hear your story. So again, our topic is making family time count. It's a very important topic. So whether you're starting your family or looking to build a healthier habits, this episode will offer practical wisdom, encouragement, and real life examples from parents, which are Maria and CJ, who have walked the path ahead. So before we go ahead and ask their opinions about it, we have our caller today, Rosalind Guillermo. She is also kind of a new mom. She is a mom of a 2-year-old toddler. And I heard that she and her husband are also both working. So why don't we go ahead and hear her question? Kuya Tech, if you can please play our video.
We have busy work schedules. How can we create meaningful family time?
All right. So for our sister Rosalind Guillermo, her question is, we have busy work schedules, and I know we all do. How can we create meaningful family time? So why don't we go ahead and hear from our Maria first?
Yes, thank you, Geraldine. So for us, how we create meaningful family time is really the togetherness. I think just being intentional on how we spend time. It doesn't even have to be a fancy getaway or vacation. It can even be sharing a meal together or preparing the meals together. For my kids, they're 14 and 9 years old, so their interests differ. So we try to find a common ground. We try to have them pick and choose each one at a time. But really, it all boils down to being together, especially in our performance of our duties. My kids are both CWS choir. I'm a deaconess, and my husband's a deacon. And so we try to go together as a family in our worship and support each other in that way.
Yeah, that's really good. I also heard, quality over quantity. So kind of like what you said, it doesn't have to be like a fancy, vacation to another country. It could be just a simple thing at home. So that's really good. And, I hear you said you ask for their opinion on what they want to do. So it's not just, okay, we're going to do this. This is what you're going to do. This is what you're going to do. You're asking for their opinion. So I think that's really good. How about you, CJ? What do you do
Yes.
for quality time?
Yeah, I love the question. Thank you so much, Maria. I 100% agree with you. It's about being present, being intentional, and uh, right now I'm very blessed to live in a multi-generational household. I live with my mom and my baby and my husband. So just living in the same space, we're just able to always see each other, always talk to each other and ask how we're doing, always eating together. We love food. We're foodies. Just sharing food together. My mom and my husband are great cooks. I'm very blessed because I only know how to cook like three things. So they cook for me, and I'm a great eater. And we also live very close to my in-laws, who I love very much. My Papa June and my Mama Irene. That's primarily the reason why we moved here to Oregon recently, just like a few weeks ago, actually. It was primarily to be closer to family and to keep that intention and to be able to have all of the grandparents spend time with our baby.
Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, because we're very glad that you moved here in Oregon and
Me
you're
too.
here with us in our INC Radio Oregon. And I really like what you said about being intentional, because sometimes people are just because they're in the same living room, they think it's already quality time. So I think being intentional of just talking to each other, asking how the other person is doing, I think those are really good tips for our maybe new moms or those who are just looking to build healthier habits with their family. All right. So before we go ahead and go to our next question, we actually have a question from me, and our brother Romel Arlos will be answering our question. And I would also like to hear your opinion about it. I would like to first read our live chats, because our live chat, if you don't know, is going a lot right now, which we really love. So from our sister Jane Ashley Killit, she said, with combined activities, either outdoor and indoor activities, most importantly, our duties in the church. Definitely, kind of like what you said, Maria. And then we also have a greeting from Sister Rachel Cruz and from Sister Mary Jane Angeles from the local of Hillsboro. And then we also have from the local of Dumga, Distrito ng Aklan in the Philippines. They said, "Good morning po, happy watching." And so, yeah, thank you so much po for your support in our show. So I'll go ahead, and my question is, what does quality time look like for your guys' family? And before we hear your answers, if our Cleo Text can please play the video from Brother Arlos, Romel Arlos, who share with us his answer as well.
In our household, we spend family quality time with one another by going to our favorite restaurant where we get to enjoy each other's company and even share laughter over a meal. Because I truly believe in these simple moments in life, I get to truly appreciate the blessings that God has given me, which is a loving wife and a loving mother.
Yeah, those are really good tips. Just being kind of mindful of how you use your gadgets, because nowadays, we're all into like online social media, being on our phones. Even our little kids have their own iPads or phones. So that's a really good tip to just be mindful about that. If you think I guess your family or your child is already on his phone, her phone for a while, you kind of have to step in and tell them to, it's time to do something else instead of just focusing yourself on gadgets. So how about you, Maria? What's another tip, or what does quality time look like for your family?
Yes. For our family, food plays an important role. Just like CJ said earlier, we're foodies as well. The interesting part is that, as I mentioned, my boys are 5 years gap in between, and so they have different interests. My little one would just get us all up and walk across the street for ice cream or boba,
Mm.
while my older one is more like, I want drive through. Let's go drive somewhere, maybe go to Starbucks or something like that. But I think if we focus on each other's interests, it would be more meaningful versus, like you said earlier, us just dictating where to go. We take turns trying to figure out where to go, what to do, and it could be just a walk outside, just enjoying the scenery. We are so blessed here in Oregon to be able to just be so close to nature, even if you just step outside of your house.
Yeah, definitely. I really
Yeah.
like that, just walking outside, just being with your family. It is a quality time, just being with your family and asking for their opinion. And yeah, that's a really good one. How about you, for CJ? What does quality time look like for your family?
I think same again, ditto. Like what you said, we walk together. We are very fortunate to live in a very nice, walkable neighborhood, and we get our exercise in. We clear our minds together. We go for a stroll and talk. And also, that's a perfect way of spending quality time and being out in nature, not being stuck and glued to our phones all the time. And yeah, now that we are here in Oregon, we try to do our best to think of ways to explore Oregon. Like just a couple weeks ago, we went to Florence, which is by the
Yes,
coast,
yes.
and we went to the lighthouse that's close by. And yeah, we took a hike. It was really beautiful there. So just finding fun ways to explore or explore nature together. That's a
That's
great
really
way.
nice. It's really nice that you mentioned about, Florence, Oregon, because last week on our INC Radio show, we showed a place in Florence, Oregon for
Oh,
our scenic Saturday
yeah,
segment. Yeah, I
yeah,
think I
it's
went to
perfect.
Hasita Lighthouse.
Right
Is that the
there,
one?
that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good places to visit here in Oregon. So yeah, we are very blessed to be in a place where it's just, some of them are just like 30-minute drive, not even too far. So that's really good. And I was just reminded when you said, Maria, that your 9-year-old would want to walk to a boba shop or get ice cream, and then your 14-year-old would want to do drive-through. It kind of reminded me of when my friend said that after church, their family would take turns to choose a place to go to. So they're not fighting like, oh, we just went there. Like, why are we going there again? I guess like whatever the other person's answer or decision was, that's where everybody goes. So at least, just driving there and having that one decision is also a good time to, visit places. All right. Those are really good quality times. I
Mhm.
want to do that too with my family. So, all right. So we'll go ahead with our next question from Sister Adrian Langit. She's also has a question about, about our topic about quality time with family. So why don't we go ahead and listen to her question? If our cue text can go ahead and play our Sister Adrian's question.
Hi, this is Adrian Langit. What are some simple habits or routines that have made a big difference in your family's connection?
All right. So yeah, go ahead and answer that question, Maria. What do you do, or it doesn't have, kind of like what we've been saying, it doesn't have to be super grand.
Right.
So we want to hear what simple routines do you guys do in your family?
Yes, for us, prayer comes front and center. Especially with my kids, we do have a family devotional prayer each week. And just like picking and choosing where to go for fun things, we also do the same. who's leading the prayer. And so we take turns each week. And so that way our kids are able to practice, right? And get better with how they pray, how they what to ask for in their prayers. And so they see that in us as we lead, and we see that when they lead as well. It's not only the devotional prayer though, but also before we go to bed or just before the meals. I think prayer just really have a big part in our lives, and we cling to it because it gets us to where we need to be. It's the protection and everything from God that's just priceless. So prayer, I would say, is the best way to get that connection together and praying together.
Definitely. That's really good. It's
Yes.
very inspirational, I would say. Praying is definitely a simple habit because it doesn't have to be like an hour prayer with the family. It could be like a 10 to 15 minutes. And so it's really simple, but definitely make a huge difference with the family. Because I think kind of what you said, it teaches the kids and you and your husband be, to put your hope and faith in God in whatever He can do. And so I think that definitely is a good tip for everyone of us. How about you, CJ? What can you say to that?
Yes, I want to add on to that. I 100% agree again. Building that family bond, that family connection is primarily faith based through prayer, and also having, our routine, but it's, based on our faith of attending worship service, because that's where we see our family. And that's where we can spend time together, praying together, worshiping God together, and that uplifts us, and that builds our family bonds. And to have our Almighty God be the center of our family, that's just the best way to live life. And I also wanted to add, in addition to that, just to give you some background, I've shared it before through other stories that I've shared through church media. Is my father had passed away when I was 17 years old. Sadly, he passed away from cancer, and uh, just wanted to mention that all the quality time, all the love that he instilled in me, I always keep in my heart. I always think of him. Like, not a day goes by where I don't think of him, and I'm very blessed and very grateful to see that he was faithful up until the very end. And I'm also still very grateful and very blessed to have my mom. And just wanted to give credit to my mom for being the mom and dad for so many years. And she is my biggest inspiration of my motherhood. She's the reason why it was my life goal to become a mother in the first place. So I'm very blessed with the opportunity to be a new mom to my baby. He's almost 1 years old. Oh my gosh, time is flying by so fast.
It is.
Um, and just very grateful for for all the time that I have with both my parents and my baby and my husband now, and also my extended family, and also my Mariano family as well. So just very blessed with the time that we have together.
Yeah, that's really touching story, Sister CJ. So thank you for sharing that. And I can see. I know I have we. This is the first time we met, but I can see how good of a mother you are. Because if for those who are watching us earlier, her baby was here. He was crying, and then she started crying. So So
We're
yeah.
connected.
So yeah, thank you for sharing that story, and for you, Maria, as well, for sharing your tips and what you do with your family. And I really love that you mentioned about your faith, because definitely in our worship services we are taught through the lessons how to live a Christian way of life, how to be good people in this world, and how to be like just being with our families and stuff like that. So thank you for sharing that. All right, well, go ahead and go to our live chat. So for yeah, let's see. So we have our sister Karen Desmarinas greeting us from Portland, and from brother June Mariano. I don't know if you've heard of him, CJ,
Hi,
but
Papa.
he's also greeting us. And also brother Benny Castillo is also saying hi, and also sister Chloe Cruz saying, sounds like great ways to create family time, sisters. How about for us, po? How can we, oh, for our live chat, if you can go ahead and answer that question. And then also from Sister or Brother Justice Navarro is also saying hi. And also Brother Yuri Cruz from Beaverton Local, and also our Sister Hazel Gutierrez saying hello to everyone. Sister Melinda Pizarro. So, these people, we always see them in our show. So we're very thankful for your continuous support. And then Sister Melissa Balan said, attending church activities together is her way of quality time with her family. And then Sister Josephina Navarro saying, driving to places we've never visited before. So, yes, thank you for sharing that. And then Sister Rachel Cruz answer was, we plan ahead quality family activities po. So, yeah, I heard that, make your family time kind of like an appointment. I know um, we have busy lives, so having that, you know, appointments and planning our activities to make it, I guess, almost perfect for our family. All right. And then, so we also have Sister Hazel saying, for our family, a quality time is praying together, performing together, movie nights, eating in restaurants, family hour, and the daily grind, like asking how each other's day and bonding at home. So thank you for sharing that. And then one more from Sister Rosen Pilaes. She said, my family loves to travel and creating lifetime memories together. Something that we can look back in the future, definitely. I heard taking videos as well is a good way to
Mm-hmm.
look back and watch it with your kids or like your family so you guys can reminisce the times that you guys went out
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
traveled.
My gallery is just full of
That's
pictures of
right.
my baby.
It's normal if you're a
Mhm.
mom to
Yeah.
have
Right.
all sorts of photos and videos kept in your phone of your kids.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. All right. So, in this part of our segment, we have our introducing our new segment, Healthwise, by CMDPS Officers of Oregon. So, we can go ahead and watch this video by Sister Lorelai Argoso, our CMDPS president, and also we will learn a lot from this video.
Have you ever been to your doctor and you felt lost, confused, or simply could not remember what your doctor talked to you about? Well, don't worry. The CMDPS, or Christian Medical, Dental, and Paramedical Society of Oregon, is here for you. Today, we will give you some pointers and tips on what to say to your doctor and how to prepare for your next doctor's appointment. So today we have our CMDPS officer, CJ, who is also a registered nurse and a nurse educator, to discuss to you and talk to you about your health, your voice, tips for talking to your doctor.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Healthwise segment. I am CJ Mariano, a registered nurse, and I'm from the local congregation of Beaverton. For our Healthwise topic today, we want to highlight that when it comes to your health, your voice matters. We'll talk about health literacy and how to feel more confident when speaking with your healthcare provider. Health literacy simply means being able to find, understand, and use health information to make the best decisions for you and your family. Why does this matter? Because when we understand, we can take the right steps for our care. Good health literacy helps keep you safe by making sure you understand your care instructions, manage chronic conditions with the right medicines and treatment plans, and feel more confident as an active partner in your healthcare team. But here's the reality, there are some common challenges we all face. First, medical terminology. Doctors might say really big words like hypertension when all we really need to hear is high blood pressure. Second, language barriers. Many in our community speak multiple languages, but medical English can be confusing, and interpreter services aren't always used. Third, there's time pressure. Doctor's appointments may feel rushed. And lastly, we may want to just trust the doctor's word because they are the medical professionals and we want to respect that. So we may stay quiet instead of asking clarifying questions. Do any of these sound familiar? Here are a few simple but powerful tips you can use. Ask questions. If you hear big medical words that you don't know, you can pause and kindly ask, "Can you please explain that in simpler terms?" When they want to start a new medication for you, you can ask, "How would this medication help my condition? And what are the common side effects?" And when they recommend a medical procedure, you may ask, "What are the risks and benefits of doing this procedure?" You can also try the teach back method or repeat back what they teach you. So when your doctors answer your questions, you can say, "So what I understand is," and then explain what you learned in your own words so they can clarify any confusion. Also, you can bring support with you. A trusted family member or friend can help remember details and specific instructions about your plan of care. You can also use educational resources. Ask for written instructions to reference when you go home. Also, many health systems now use online platforms like MyChart, where you can see your medical records. If you feel like you're not so tech savvy, you can ask help from family or friends to access these resources online. Lastly, know that you have the right to request a medical interpreter, and every hospital and clinic must provide free medical interpretation if you need one. These small steps can make a big difference in how clearly you understand your care. If you only remember one thing from today, remember this. These come from the Ask Me 3 program, which was designed to make health conversations easier. Next time you see your doctor, I invite you to try asking these questions. What is my main problem? What do I need to do? And why is it important for me to do this? Asking just these three questions can provide clarity and keep you on the right track with your health. Don't be afraid to ask, to clarify, and to repeat what you learn because clear communication truly saves lives. Remember, when it comes to your health, your voice matters in every conversation about your care. Thank you for listening to our Healthwise topic.
I hope you enjoyed our segment today in Healthwise. If you have any health related topics that you want us to discuss next time, please reach out to the crew of INC Radio Oregon, and that might be our next topic here in the next segment of Healthwise.
All right. Thank you so much, Sister CJ, for providing us with that PowerPoint and video. Yeah, it was really good. It was, super easy to understand. And some people, they maybe some of those who are watching, they didn't think that they needed that. But now that they've seen it, they've learned about from you. And it's very important to know, when you go to your appointment, to know what you want to ask and to how to clarify things. Is there anything else that you want to add to that?
Oh, I just wanted to say that CMDPS, or the Christian Medical, Dental, and Paramedical Society, is here for you all. So if you have any questions or health related concerns that you'd like to clarify or bring up to us, we'd be happy to support you.
All right. Thank you so much. Do you have anything?
Yeah, I think it's great because sometimes we just get so bogged down and busy, right? A doctor's appointment is just another one of our,
Yeah,
checklist.
to do.
And you just show up
Mm-hmm.
not thinking about anything. So I think your little segment there is a great reminder for us to plan ahead and really think about, okay, where am I with my health? What do I want to know? Because that's your precious time with your
Right.
doctor, and it's not an everyday thing. So thank you for that
Thank
advice.
you. Yeah, thank you for sharing, like our doctor visits. I know sometimes they feel like they're rushed and that, oh, we have to go home right away and stuff like that. But we, like what you said, we should not think about that because, we set an appointment so the doctors will have time for us to listen to our concerns and answer our questions and stuff like that. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. So we'll go ahead and read some more live chat from our brothers and sisters. So from Sister Cheryl Budget. She said, love to go camping and hikes, paddle boarding, or just dinner together to talk and catch up. And then Sister Jane Killit said, we have this so called weekly habits, which we are focused in the moment and that definitely in uninterrupted time spent together. And then we also have from Sister Emily Sanchez from Australia, saying, had dinner with my family last night and I love spending time with them. So,
Australia's tuned in. Wow.
yes. Right. And then from Brother Moises Alhambra saying movie nights or bringing favorite series, especially, here in the United States, it's autumn or fall season. So it's the perfect time to, rewatch those movies that we love to watch with our family. All right. So we'll go ahead and go to our next segment, our District of Oregon News Bulletin. And so again, we'll go ahead and watch this bumper. Createx, please play the video.
Let's see what activities we have in the District of Oregon Bulletin.
All right, so for our first activity, the local congregation of Hillsborough will have their CFO Sports Bowling activity tomorrow, September 21st, at the Park Lanes Family Entertainment Center. And our District of Oregon will have our musical EVM. We are very, very excited for this activity on September 28th at the Heathman Lodge there in Vancouver. So we can't wait to see you all there and perform with all of us and watch our performances. And so for our happy anniversary greetings, on September 18th, Brother Nerio and Sister Connie Kitariano, the resident minister of Great Falls, will have their anniversary. And the same day, September 18, Brother Vam and Sister Nicole Canlas, the resident minister of Boise Locale and Fruitland GWS. And to those who are celebrating their birthday, happy birthday to Brother Jay Guillermo from the local of Vancouver on September 24 and Brother Fernando Tobiera from Beaverton on September 25. And so we're wrapping up our show. We would like to thank our brethren who are helping us make this broadcast possible. So most of all, we would like to thank Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our Executive Minister, our Brother Angelo Iranio Manalo, our Deputy Executive Minister, Brother Wally Taray, our INC Radio Station Manager, Brother Moises Cadusale, our District Supervising Minister, Brother Virginio G. Ramilo II, our Assistant District Minister, and Brother Manly Andaya, our Executive Producer here in INC Radio. And so we look forward to our next episode next week. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, INC Radio DZEM 954, and to share this program link with friends and family who could benefit from this topic. So for our next week's topic, it's the Binhi hobbies. So last week we had our Kadiwas here in our studio. Today we have some of our book club members. And next week we will have our Binhis. So thank you again for joining us in our Phone a Friend brought to you by INC Radio Oregon. And now remember, you always have a friend here, one who is just a phone call away. I hope you all have a great weekend and have a great Saturday and Sunday.
Behold the triumphant joys of the Church of